Let Matt know we're live.
All right, folks. First of all, for those of you tuning in, if you happen to tune in at 6 o'clock, if you got a notification on your YouTube, I kind of messed up on making the auto start for the live. So anyone who saw me like chilling on my couch, apologies for that. I already deleted the video though, but yeah, I didn't get caught saying any choice words or anything like that. So we are great there. Steve, how you feeling about the matchups tonight?
Pretty good. I went through them all, and I had a couple blowouts. Actually, I think only one blowout maybe, but all the rest of them are pretty close.
It's and just to think, it's only the first round too. It's just gonna get better from here.
Right.
But
That's all matchups, right?
We exactly. Why did I have that so low? But anyways, we got 8 duels, and folks, if you liked the wheel action last week, you're not going to be disappointed tonight. So we have 4 different wheels now that I can play with. So
4 wheels.
Without further ado, still starting at 152 here. I'll share the screen. We got Amory versus Kimberly. Amory, the 3 seed D2 state champs. Kimberly, the 30 seed. They're just in a very tough regional and sectional up there with Kakana. Get the screen pulled up.
Yeah, both of them in pretty tough sectionals.
All right. So starting off first here, Steve, got a pretty solid match right away. We got Ingham and Otis, and this one was tough because Otis did beat Ingham in sudden victory, but Otis had a really impressive resume. So it was a swing match at first, but it's 60-40 Otis here on the wheel.
Gotcha.
And Ingham comes away with the victory.
Carson Otis, I think I'm going to slide him on my all name team. I just slides off the tongue. Carson Otis.
Wyatt Ingham picks up the victory there. Next up here, Eddie Symes versus Aiden Benbrooks. I gave 6 to Symes here. Also, the total scores posted at the bottom of the spreadsheet as well. I got it doing the math for me.
Nice how you set that up.
170 pounds. We got Andrin and Brody Beck. That's Cole Andrin and Brody Beck.
Okay.
And this one, I got Beck. He's either getting a major or a pin here. I got to make this screen a little bigger. Steve, I won't be able to see the comments, so I got you manning those.
I do. I'm trying to figure out how I did my setup last time so I could see the screen. So I'm messing around with it. Trying to get my YouTube page up there.
Oh, here we go. Major.
For those of you that know me, what technology is my kryptonite. Oh, I think I can do it. No.
All right, and Cook holds off a couple bonus points there. Beck still does get a major here. Gets Kimberly on the board. Next up, Grant Cook and Blake Berry. Got Cook set up to either get a major or a pin as well. But leaning a little bit towards the pin on this one.
Okay. Dang it.
And right. Grant Cook gets the pin there. And then Steve, I think you can understand this one, but for the next 3 weight classes, I did not utilize the wheel. I felt confident after some research.
Murders Row? Is that what we're Murders Row?
Exactly.
As a coach, you got to love the feeling when you get to 195. You're like, just get to 195. Just get to 95. We're good. Yeah, pretty much the same thing for me.
So at the halfway point, it's 33-4 Amory. Then we got a few more kind of cut and dry decisions here. Burke versus Perkovich. Got Tech for Burke. Next up, Anderson versus Tao. Gave 6 to Lane Anderson. I mean, Steve, 195 through heavyweight's good. And then you include Burke and Anderson at 6 and 13. And that's just a tough streak there.
Oh, and let's not forget Grant Cook, 82 as well. That's 6 matches in a row where you're pretty solid. You're looking
and then
good.
If they bump Symes up to 70.
Right.
This one, Braden Pernard versus Aiden Fonder. Fonder picking up a major. Hunter Beasy versus Tyson Peach. I got Peach lined up here to either get, I think it's 50-50 on a tech or a pin.
Game the tech.
All right, so BZ picks up 5 there for Kimberly.
Teague, I did, just so you know, I did add a little bit of not necessarily trivia, but did you know type questions. And unfortunately, I didn't really have any for Amory and Kimberly. But, well, I will. Here you go. Which team has the best winning percentage at Team State?
At Team State, I'd want to say Amory, right?
You got to go with Amory, right? Qualified twice, 2 state championships. I don't think anything's better.
Oh, next one up. So, Steve, this one's a fun swing match. So, it's a swing match, but the winner gets a pin here. It's one of those matches.
And which way do you get?
Between Kelly and Hubert at 32.
Okay.
So a 12-point swing, and Sam Kelly picks it up. It's I think we've all seen it in the wrestling world. It's one of those matches where it's going to end with someone on their back.
Yep.
And then at 38 and 45, Joseph Wentz picks up another pin. And then one last swing match here between
Tim did make a comment, which I agree with. He said the wheel is not Kimberly's friend today.
Yeah. I think everything has swung in Amory's favor, and
There's another swing.
Closes the duel out 59-13. I think that's the biggest difference we've had in a duel so far. But Steve, I think the wheel is kind of shows like if everything's going Amory's way, like they're gonna run roughshod on you, and it's a 3 seed versus a 30 seed. But
I lost everything here. Everything went away from me. I'm serious. I don't know where it is.
We got 7 duels left for you to find it.
Okay, no, I got it. Well, do you want to know my team score? I can't find.
Let me hear yours.
I had 41-18 for Amory. What was your final score there? I can't quite see it.
59-13.
Okay.
And I think that was with Amory grabbing a couple of swings. So yours was pretty on par, I'd say.
All right. Tim, what'd you have? I can't let's see, try to get my comments up. I'm really trying. I don't know if Tim had
Tim here. Gonna head to Stone and Pulaski. Steve, this was one of the ones that I had circled coming in.
No kidding.
As just it was gonna be a very, very good duel. So 152 pounds. Stone won the coin toss, which I believe, or we can talk about the coin toss a little bit after here. Just starting off at 152, gave 6 points to Trenton Dow. The man is a pinner.
Yep.
60 pounds. We're getting into the nitty gritty right away.
You know, Teague, when's the last time that Stoughton, that you can think of, Stoughton coaches went into a individual state tournament, not extremely confident that they're going to have a state champion.
Fair.
Serious. When do you think that was? I mean, it's been a long time.
10 to 15 years, maybe. I think it's before even I got into wrestling. So
sure. Yeah, because they had Colin Kraus a couple of years, and they had obviously the older MP. Then you get the Wisconsin recruit, which names I can't, I can't.
Did you say Tyler Dow?
No. I was talking, oh my gosh.
Rivera?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Tim had 53-21 for Amory. I finally got my
321.
Yep.
And big swing match win for Stoughton there. Peyton Smith picking up the win over Braden Allen. Pulaski here, they have Allen. He's kind of like a backup guy. Pulaski went with the little bump action here. I should have put these extra guys as weights in, but talk about the method to that madness in a little bit.
Hey, and Tim answered my
pounds.
question. 2012 was when he put a question mark, but last time he thought where Stoughton didn't walk in knowing, hey, yeah, we have a state champ here.
Pulaski gets on the board at 170 pounds. And 182 pounds, Wozencraft versus Lammers. We have another pin there to Wozencraft. 195 pounds, we got Trenton Gibbons versus John Harmon. So this is kind of why Pulaski bumped. John Harmon's a good wrestler. Trenton Gibbons is a really good wrestler. So I think they're bumping up to kind of take a win away from one of Stoughton's good guys here. This is this is either going to be a tech or a pin in favor of Gibbons.
Teague, we have a question of whether or not your wheel is rigged.
It is indeed not rigged.
Just trying to keep it real.
We got I'm not smart enough to rig this. Sometimes that's how the odds play out. 220 pounds, Mason Wells versus Beckett Spildy. This was either going to be a pin or a major here. Maybe I should change one of the colors, see if that throws things off.
Because it's green and red, you mean?
And Mason Wells picks up a couple of bonus points there for Pulaski. So we've had a couple things go either way for either team. But I just want to make sure. Yeah, what was a pin there? All right, heavyweight here, Steve. You can probably guess what I have. So Mason Wells stayed down at 220. Griffin Empey's going against Lucas Reichel, who he's a flex guy.
Sure.
But
You went with the pin.
I felt confident giving 6 to Empey here. And then Empey kind of ends a big streak there for Pulaski, but Pulaski comes right back around at 6-13 with double pins here.
6-13. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't have I had 2 majors, so I didn't go with 2 pins, but yeah.
2 majors.
2 majors. Yep. Teague, as we're flipping the board, Team State started in 1992. Who qualified for Team State first, Stoughton or Pulaski?
I'm just gonna say Pulaski.
Yeah, Pulaski went 92, 93. Runner-ups, I think, in 93, if I remember right.
And this one, Chance Sudduth gave him a confident 5 here over Colin Pratt. 126 pounds. This is a big swing match here, Steve, for Peterson. Ethan Peterson versus, I believe it's Connor Nguyen. I think
that's
must-win territory for Stoughton. And
Stoughton. Okay.
They pick it up.
I got to tell you, Ethan Peterson is one of those kids, those coaches down there at Stoughton. Ethan Peterson, I saw at the beginning of the year, he was a different kid at the end of the year. So props to them developing that young man.
Oh yeah, I think you could say that. I think the Stone coaches, they told me after Team State that this was like one of their proudest years with the team.
It was, and he was obviously many kids, but he was one of the big reasons why they won that match against McGuanago, is they needed him to come out and deliver, and he did.
Real quick, Rivera comes in, keeps the momentum going for Stoughton. And Steve, get to introduce you to a new wheel tonight. It's a 3-option wheel. I already have it set up. But
Sweet.
With Cade Starbacher against Ryan Freeward, and it's coming down to a swing match either way here. So the result of this one doesn't totally matter.
Okay.
But 50% chance major, 30% tech, 20% pin. Let's go.
All right.
And when I don't know how it keeps landing on green.
Well, I'm looking
Starbucker
something.
Starbucker gets a major here. And Steve, this was exactly how I was kind of expecting this duel to go. Was Stone had a couple things go in their favor, and now comes down to a swing match between Brady Geel and Ethan Soderblom.
What Tim's saying is that it's landing on the same color that it starts on every time.
Yeah, no, that's just the odds. That is
Okay,
honestly
all right.
the odds.
Just
Yeah.
crazy odds. Hey, Tim, I think you were thinking Jesse Nelson, 2012 was the heavyweight. 2013, Jesse Nelson won state for Stoughton. I do remember him. Yeah, that was a good good match. So yeah, I don't know. That's the question still out there. When's the last time Stoughton went into a individual team state? Not 100% sure they were going to get a state champ, but
All right, here we go, Steve. Let's see if Stone's got one more good spin in their favor.
a lot of spinning tonight.
Yeah, just wait. Wow. So Pulaski gets the win here. Brady Geel, who bumped up from 38, comes in clutch, gets the victory. Pulaski, the 19 seed, moves on. And Steve, I guess just what were your thoughts on this matchup when you were making predictions on it?
I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I had actually 8-6 Stoughton. So my final score was 35-21. Sorry, I was looking back. I didn't quite see all of them, but I think, geez, I'm trying to think what we had different. I didn't quite see. I had, Griffin 145. I had Ethan winning. I don't know if, Ethan Soderblom winning. But Tim had the same thing. He had 34-33 Pulaski. That's crazy. The team in the team in the semifinals, and you had Pulaski not even going to team state. Obviously, we know where they came from, but not even you had them winning.
And I think a big thing with this one too is Pulaski just they did match up really well with Stone, like you've said before, Steve. And a lot of this comes down to matchups. And
Sure. Yeah, interesting.
That was big win there for Pulaski, so they'll go on to face Amory in a couple of weeks here in the second round. Next,
yeah, people are going to be turning their heads when they see that one.
Baldwin Woodville and Arrowhead, starting at 152 pounds. Arrowhead team state qualifiers in Division I. Baldwin Woodville stuck in that regional with Amory, but they beat Amory in a duel earlier in the year. This is a big prove it tournament for them, I would say. So starting at 152 pounds. We got, okay, never mind. We got Mitch Messenbrink versus Logan Gordon. Messenbrink picks up the 6 here. 160 pounds. Blake Riffenberg versus Andrew Thompson. We got a 60-40 swing match here in favor of Riffenberg. And see, things are starting to even out a little bit now. Landed on red again.
For the spinner. Okay. All right. Good.
So Thompson picks up 3. So at 170, Noah Mulvaney, he's going to receive a forfeit here. Baldwin, I think in this situation, they're looking to move up. I think it gives them a little better matchup here. And honestly, with Max Rambert can get 6 almost anywhere. So
sure.
If you got someone like that waiting in the wings. 182 pounds. We got Elliot Anderson versus Dylan Polzinski. This one is 60-40 in favor of Anderson.
Okay. Polzinski, I've seen wrestle live a couple times, and he is a tough kid. 20. Don't let that 26-20 record fool you.
And let's see if Arrowhead can take a swing match back here. It looks like Baldwin Woodville yet again picks up a big victory.
What color did it start on? Did it start on red?
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
gone like green, 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 red, red, red. Something
All
like
right.
that. All right. 195 pounds. Kyle Marty versus Tanner Thiessen. So Arrowhead. I got Thiessen getting the win here. This one's just a matter of whether it's going to be a pin or a major. And it's going to be a pin. So Arrowhead losing a couple of swing matches, able to come back, pick up a couple of bonus points there from Thiessen. And at 220 pounds, we got Max Ramberg versus Connor Morenis. Ramberg, you know what's coming with this one. He gets 6. And then Mosin Barabau also picks up a pin there for Baldwin Woodville. So we're knotted up at the halfway point here, Steve. Let's see, 106 pounds. Colin McDowell versus Drake Gartman. This one we gave a solid major to McDowell.
Okay.
That one was locked in. 113 pounds. Colton Hush comes in and it gives Baldwin Woodville their first lead of the duel. At 120 pounds, 120 and 126. We had so much fun with the wheel, Steve. We started getting into the 5s with increments.
Yep.
We got 55-45 here in favor of Arrowhead for these next 2 matches. We got starting off first, Cole Brosh versus Lucas Ryan.
I went Ryan on this one. I know they have pretty similar records, but
And
Jeez.
wow. I'm not gonna lie, this thing has me sweating a little bit, but Baldwin Woodville goes 3 for 3 on swing matches so far. Let's see if they can keep it going one more time here. I think this might be the last swing match.
And you're at 120? No, 26.
Yep, 26.
That's another swing match that went
Yep.
BW.
Hunter Bonte versus Connor Krumer. I think this might be one of those where the winner of the duel, where the winner of the match ends up winning this duel here. We'll see how it shakes out. But Arrowhead gets on the board, 4 swing matches, Steve. But they might have won the most important one in terms of swing matches. So that makes it 27-25, going to 132. Tyler Fink versus Wyatt Duchateau. You know, I have nothing but good things to say about Duchateau.
Yep.
But it's still one of the, I think we're still working on, like, for him, like just getting points and fast. And Tyler Fink's kind of in that caliber of wrestler that Duchateau consistently gets majors on. So Duchateau gets the major here.
Okay.
Next up, we got Austin Schmidt versus Nate Druckery. And Steve, I know the records are similar. Schmidt's 39-13. Druckery's 36-14.
Yep.
But the duel, oh wow. The duel comes down to this match. It's going to be.
You mean the 138 you're talking?
Yeah, there is a match at 145. We do the results locked in for that one.
Sure.
This one's going to be a major or a decision.
Okay.
So Arrowhead goes up by 6 here if they get the major.
Got the major.
All right.
So do you have a tied match?
Arrowhead, Nate Druckery gets the major here. I'm sweating a little bit. Because Hunter Gartman versus Sawyer Eisenhut at 45. Gartman gets a pin.
So what do you have? I can't see your Steve. You gotta tell me.
It is a tie match, Steve.
All right. So criteria, right? There's let's go through them. The first criteria is, well, no coaches or anybody got any points. So it's pins, right? No, most wins.
So it is most wins. It's 7-7.
Okay, let's go pins then.
But Baldwin has a forfeit. So
Oh,
Tim Spray, you're the coach on here. If you wanna give the insight.
well, he's saying Baldwin Woodville wins, but did
It is on pins because they tied it matches 7-7. But I don't know if the forfeit comes into play there.
he said it does. He said that acts like a 6-point match. So that's basically a pin because they didn't put someone there. So Tim, you're saying Baldwin Woodville has 4 pins? T, count them up. I can't see your little
Oh, is my screen too small?
no, it's just small. I can't see it because remember I screwed it up.
Oh,
So I'm
that's
just
right.
keeping
You
my
got the
2
double.
screens. Yeah.
Yeah, so Baldwin has 4 pins. Arrowhead has 2 pins and a forfeit.
So that's 3.
So Baldwin wins on tiebreaker 4-3. Steve, I honestly didn't even think about this happening.
You know, I'm texting Randy Farrell right now.
You're just gonna get double confirmation.
No, he's just gonna be ticked. That's why I'm I'm letting him know that I'm gonna text him. I'm gonna say I had you guys winning 37-27, but Teague went against you, Randy, and here's his address.
I mean, the 3-1 was big, and in the swing matches there, that was
Yep.
huge for Baldwin. Arrowhead had a couple of good bonus point moments, but wow.
Tim and I were pretty similar. He had it 39-27 for Arrowhead. I had 37-27 for Arrowhead. So I think Tim's a smart man. He thinks like I do. It's your dang wheel, Teague. It's your dang. That's it.
So Baldwin, the wheel has all the power. Baldwin beats Arrowhead 33-33 on the pin tiebreaker. Next one up here, Steve. We got Holman versus Lodi. Hey, we got 15 people on, by the way. So.
Yeah, hold on. Make sure that you put that in there when we put that on our social media. Say it was off of criteria.
We are going to double. I'm going to double check it just to be like very safe. But
hey, Tegan, we do have a new poster on here, or a commenter, Tyler Cradiger. Sorry if Cradiger it says hello, Wisconsin wrestler. So hey, Matt finally done donating plasma, so he's on. Nice to see Matt Verbatim on here.
Michelle. Oh yeah, we got Mr. Tyler Cradiger. I happen to be the best man at his wedding, Steve.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep,
Cradiger, okay.
Nice. I jump in on his video game Twitch streams. He jumps in on the wrestling stream. So
sure,
symbiotic relationship.
Is he related to the Waterford? No, that was Cradiger, I think how they said it, didn't they, down there?
No, that's his. I think it's his cousin. Tyler,
it is nice.
That for me, if you're still on.
And what's never mind. Just go. Don't even answer it. I was going to ask what the heck Twitch was, but then I'll just show my age.
And I was going to say too, in the Baldwin Arrowhead duel as well, Baldwin lost the toss, which didn't give them the advantage. Like that was one where the toss mattered. So like props on them on losing the toss. I thought they were the underdog, and I mean, 11 seed versus like 22 seed. That's been the best duel I'd say so far.
Absolutely. Tyler said, yes, he is my cousin.
Perfect. 152 pounds. Holman versus Lodi, Steve. Another good duel right in a row here.
Big match. Cheeg, before you get going, I'm going to test you. Who has more team state appearances, Lodi or Holman?
Lodi.
Yeah, it's close though. You know what it is?
Like 13 years in a row or something.
Yeah, they did, but Holman's got a lot. It's closer than you think. It's 15-12.
Oh wow, I would not. Yeah. Oh, that sounds right. Okay, so big one here, Steve. Lodi wins the toss, which means Branson Beers can't. Like, I'm thinking Holman's going to try to bump Beers away from Licht. With Lodi winning the toss, Holman wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay.
So 100. Oh man, voice just cracked there. With Licht, we have him either getting a major or a tech on Beers. You know how Licht likes to pour the points on.
Absolutely, he's a beast. Wait a minute, T. Did you have Beers up at 60?
Beers is at 52.
Okay, and Licht you have the one I have. He's at 60. So
yeah, sorry, I made changes after the toss. That's my bad.
Gotcha.
Okay, major and tech for Mr. Zane Licht at 152 pounds.
Tech fall.
And that's a tech. All right, 160 pounds here. So Lodi, they have Mason Lane in at 160 pounds with the way their lineup is set up versus Benson Swadek from Holman. Made his way into the lineup when Holman bumped down at the end of the year. This one though, Mr. Lane has a 65-35 advantage in a quasi swing match. 35. Oh.
Quasi. That's good.
All right. It looks like Lane smack dab in the middle. Don't need the suspense there. Lane picks up the victory.
Big match. I mean, my lineup's a little bit messed up, but that's a big one. I didn't. I would have leaned the other way on that one.
All right, next one up, we got Brunig versus Gerald. This one is it's going to be, we got it in Gerald's favor, but it's going to be a major or a pin, 50-50 chance of either one. And we'll see if it makes its way back around, but
nope.
Gerald coming off of a tough swing match from the match before, picks it, earns it back with a couple of bonus points there. Up next at 182 pounds, we got a swing match here, Steve, between Noah Johnson and Dylan Lethan. True swing match, 50-50 down the middle.
Okay. Looking at the records, I'd concur with that. Started on green. I just want to let everybody know that.
And it looked like Lethan picks up the victory at 82.
Okay.
So we're tied in swing matches. I like to keep track of the swing matches. 195 pounds, Isaiah Groskopf versus Griffin Banks here. And Steve, we are going back to the famed triple wheel.
Triple Lindy. And our listener, I know Teague won't get it, but the phrase "the triple Lindy" was made famous on a movie starring Rodney Dangerfield. Can anybody name that movie? Looking for Tim and Matt here. They got to be all over this.
All right, we are all set up. Got 20, so 50% chance of a major, and then the decision and pin are both 30 and 20.
Teague, I got to ask the question again because Tim didn't hear the question. So here's the question. Teague brought up the triple wheel. So I went to the triple Lindy, right? And the triple Lindy is a phrase that was made famous by a movie starring Rodney Dangerfield. I think it was the late 80s, if I remember right. Mrs. Doubtfire, Matt, come on, get that out of here.
I just want to say Caddyshack. That's the only Rodney Dangerfield.
No, Rodney Dangerfield starred in this movie. So what movie was it called where he did the triple Lindy?
It's 220 pounds, Steve. Kind of here movement wise. Holman has Westcott and White at 220. They had them weighing in at that all year. Also, there was a non-Holman person in on this, so like it's there was always someone to kind of be my devil's advocate if I got a little too confident with Holman stuff.
Yep. Hey, the Hopkey family got it first. Back to school. Nice job. Yep. Back to school with Rodney Dangerfield. And Teague, we have someone making a message that we're not pronouncing. Look at, so it's Breinig?
Breinig. Yep.
Breinig. Okay.
Owen is Globe's brother. Breinig. Thank you. Thank you for the correction. We try to make sure we're good on pronunciations. So Westcott here gave him a 70% chance at a decision, 30% chance of a pin. Act like Major says decision. Doesn't matter anyways. Westcott picks up the pin. So Steve, there's a swing match from Lodi that they won at the start, but Holman picks it back with 3 pins instead of decisions or majors. Gain their 7 points right back right there.
Yep.
106 pounds. We got Ness versus Thiel. We're going back to the triple wheel, Steve. So if you got any more trivia locked in.
For these two teams. Yeah, Lodi and I mean, just a stat is Lodi has 14 individual champs. Holman has 7. No history between the two that I could find.
60, 20. All right. So Ness is very likely to get bonus points in some way, shape, or form here. Wheel started off in Lodi's favor, and it just keeps swinging to Holman now. So Levi Ness picks up the decision there. 113 pounds. Heinz versus Campbell. This one got straight up Heinz getting a decision. At 120 pounds, Braden Dorshorst picks up another decision as well. 126, we got Owen Brunig versus Andrew Weiss.
Tough
Steve,
one.
again, I know the records are similar, but we actually got 60-40 here in favor of Weiss for a major or a decision.
Okay. What'd you get? Oh, he didn't.
Spinning right here. Sorry. And Weiss just gets a decision there. So,
Okay.
oh, sorry, Breinig. My
Yeah.
bad.
What did you say wrong again?
It's gonna take a second. Yeah. Yep. That's my bad.
Reinig.
But I think it might be. We got Steve. I think this is the match you and I would agree. Like, this is the match that's worth the price of admission in itself.
At 132.
Chandler Curtis and Preston Cradaville at 32.
Yep. Agreed.
And there was no other way to go about it. You could run circles around explanations, but it's a 50-50 swing match.
Okay. I'll give you that. And when Holman's win.
Picks up
Jeez.
a win over Curtis. And then on these last two, we got a couple.
Preston is one heck of a rider.
Yes.
He's fun to watch.
Just the style difference between those two it would be amazing to see. It's just two very good wrestlers.
I didn't even check. Did they wrestle at Bi-State or were they at different weights?
Oh man.
Yeah,
no,
don't worry about it. You got a lot going on.
Cradaville was at 38. I think Curtis stayed at 32. Last two here, I think we got it's 80-20 on a pin and a major, so
That helps.
Tyler Yan gets the major here, but if you're Holman, can't ask for a better closer than Parker Cradaville versus Kyler Clemens. This one we gave, if Clemens is able to fight off a pin, I think Cradaville's still able to pick up for a tech.
Okay. Gives him the pin.
And that makes the final duel score at 23-37. Steve, what do you have on your score?
Oh, for a final?
Yeah.
I had I had 28-25 for Lodi.
28-25 Lodi.
I did, yeah. I didn't have really well. Now keep in mind, my lineup was not the same as yours, so that might have affected things. But yeah, you fell in. Tim had 34-23 Holman. I had a different lineup going, so I might had a and I only had Licht getting a pin, but that was against at 160 and Cradaville getting a pin. So 2 pins in the whole match.
And this one, I mean, Lodi got the win at 160. Then I just think too many matches. You could say the wheel. We'll just say matches. A lot of matches ended up going in Holman's favor on this one. I think I think Lodi definitely had a team capable of beating Holman. I just think it was a little bit of an uphill battle. And in that case, Holman just got a couple more things in their favor here.
Now you had a fan that sent you a whatever an argument for Lodi pulling out the win. Is there anything you want to share from that plan?
Yeah, so in that one, the white Westcott flip did not happen.
Okay.
So Carson, that had Westcott and White getting beat at 220 in heavyweight, which made it -6 for Holman's perspective. But by flipping this, it made it so that Holman's worst case scenario would basically be -3.
Gotcha.
So that was a few point advantage there. And then I think it's just I think this one is one of those that comes down to swing matches again. Like you could run this duel all over again and it works out in Lodi's favor. So it's just if I could run this duel 10 times, I would gladly do it. But this is
that's what we got.
Ultimate Team State, no do-overs. Next one up, Marshfield versus Cadott. Also, I'll make sure to get Breinig right going forward here.
Yeah, going forward. We'll get that one. Hey, here's
Tim got me. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Tim got me on the pronunciation as well, so I appreciate him looking out.
Hey, keep nailing him, man. Just don't lay off. Keep zapping him. Hey, here's something interesting though. The for the match we have going on right now, Marshfield and Cadott, both teams have qualified for Team State 6 times. 6 times. So we got a tie.
And I think we're going to see more in the near future for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Marshfield Cadott starting off at 152 pounds. Cadott did win the toss here. This one at 152, Garrett Willywhite versus Tristan Dreyer. We're going right to the wheel, Steve, on a swing match. That's how you like to start off. This one, it's a swing match that's 60-40 in Willywhite's favor. And it looks like it goes to Willywhite. All right, 160 pounds. Owen Griesbach, probably like one of the best reserves in the state, going against Cole Pfeiffer of Cadott. This one here, I know Pfeiffer, like the record is very solid, but Griesbach is a solid dude who he has some decent matches against good kids. Got Pfeiffer locked in at 3 here. 170 pounds, Ryan Doziel versus Caden Kingston. The next two here, Doziel and Denny, both pick up 6. So Marshfield goes up 15-3. 182 pounds, or sorry, 195. Dawson Webster picks up the win over Cody Wykes. That one was just a solid 3. 220 pounds again. I mean, we're just banging back and forth with decisions here. Adrian Kruger picks up a decision over Axel Teagles. And then at heavyweight, Cadott gets their first pin on the board in the form of a Gavin Teagles pin over James Clements. So we got 18-12 going into the second half of the duel. 106 pounds, Ava Gardner versus Caleb Lodahl. Lodahl have him getting the win here. Whether that is a major or a pin, we will see.
Okay. I put 3, but I can see that the way things are happening, mine is not going to be accurate.
All right, we got a major at 106 pounds. 113 pounds, Jace Kellenhofer versus Lucas Simonson. This one goes in Kellenhofer's favor, going right back to the wheel. And this one is a decision or a pin here, Steve.
Yep.
Got it leading towards a decision, though. All right. So Kellenhofer gets 3 there. Simonson able to hold off on the pin, saves a few bonus points for Cadot. 120 pounds here, Steve. So Caleb Denny, again, sorry, I switched up the lineup on you. Decided after some research that Cadot's going to look to bump up here.
Okay.
And it does set up for what I think could be a fun match at 126. Or sorry, 132. But first, Graydon Rohde versus Logan Harrell at 126. This one got in Harrell's favor. Whether it's a major or a pin, we will find out. And it is a major.
Major it is.
For Mr. Harrell. All right, then Braden Sonnentag versus Keegan Cliver. Sonnentag, I mean, what else do we have to say about Sonnentag? 3-time state champ.
He's
very
beast.
Good wrestler. But Keegan Cliver, also a very solid wrestler, too. On this one, Steve, I don't know what you put here. Or sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have this
I looked
matchup.
up the weights for you, but I gave Sonnentag a solid 3. I just think Cliver is going to be able to hold off on the bonus points.
Sure.
And at 38 and 45. This one's tough because Fossbender, good record, has some good matches, but Hoyt Blaskowski, just with the pins that he has on his resume, and I just couldn't not give him 6 in this situation. And then at 145, got this one going in Brett Franklin's favor as he goes against Caleb Sonnentag. And this one is going to be a decision or a major. All right, and a decision. So Franklin closes out with the decision. 36-23. Steve, what score do you have? What are your thoughts on the duel?
Yeah, I had 30-21. Once again, mine was 30-21 for Marshfield. I didn't have a lot of the different matchups that you had, but yeah, I pretty much fell in line. I thought looking at this one on paper, even before we went through it, that this would be Marshfield's to take.
I mean, Marshfield as the 7th seed, it's a deep field. I mean, we're talking about the 32 best teams in the state, and yeah, Cadot just kind of had a buzzsaw that they ran into. Even running through the possibilities, Cadot's best duel. I don't know if they end up beating Marshfield. It's just Marshfield's a very tough team to find holes against.
Well, we saw it. I mean, we got to watch Marshfield all year long, right? And got to see them at Bi-State, and then watching them second row down at Team State. That Holman Marshfield match was just unbelievable. But they just have some buzzsaws. They have kids that can get majors, tech falls, pins. They're solid.
Moving on to the next one here, Luxembourg versus Mineral Point.
Yeah.
152 pounds. So Luxembourg is the 10 seed. Mineral Point, the 23 seed. Luxembourg, D2 runner-ups. Mineral Point made it to team sectionals.
Teague, I'll throw out the trivia question, and I'll let the.
Oh yeah, well I set up the wheel if you want to.
Yeah, you don't have to answer this, or you can think about it, and I'll let Tim, Matt, and the Hopkins, whoever else is on there. But don't look it up. Who has more? Now this is through all the time, right? All the time of wrestling. This isn't just Team State. When that went to Team State 92, but which team has more Team State championships? Mineral Point or Luxembourg Casco? And I'll tell you this, it's one away. So there's a 1 difference. So it's not as easy as you think. So who has more state titles?
I just want to make sure I have. Oh, wait, major. Oh, that's what okay. Pin. All right, so Junio up first here. Great person you want to have starting your duel if you're Luxembourg. He's taking on Hayden Bakken. Luxembourg won the toss here, but not a whole lot of chess match stuff we're gonna see in this one, I think. Junio.
Teague, stop after heavyweight, and I'll give the answer. Okay.
Stop after heavyweight. Sounds good. All right. 160 pounds. We got Ryan Rutio versus Jimmy Tibbetts. Steve, I don't know what it is, but I want Jimmy Tibbetts on my all name team.
Write them down, buddy.
I don't know what it is, but
Mineral Point's got one of those teams, don't they? They got a kind of, they just have cool names. You got Bo Hansen. You got Rowan Carey. That's a cool name. Rule. Nafsker. Taryn, right? Taryn Riley. Just some sweet names out there.
Trapper Navsger. That's all right. Double pins here for Luxembourg to start out. 170 pounds. So Mineral Point going to make the executive decision to bump Bo Hansen away here from Trey Shanebeck. Try to pick up a better win there at 182. So Shanebeck gets 6. But then at 182 pounds, Steve, Hansen gets Mineral Point on the board, making it 18-3. At 195 pounds, Sebastian Sauter keeps the pin streak rolling for Luxembourg. He gets 6 over Will Schutte. 220, Luke Van Donzel picks up a decision over Mac Busser. And then Mineral Point, I know they had a heavyweight at the start of the year, but they didn't have one near their lineup in the end of the year to where I would put him in there. I try to use postseason lineups as much as I could. So
Yeah, that hurts.
All right, heading down to 106 pounds. Gave Rowan Carey a solid 4 here against a good wrestler in Jake Jandrin. 113 pounds. We got Isaac Jarabic versus Cade Rule. I got Rule getting the win, but we'll see. It's either going to be a decision or a major.
Oh, shoot. Teague, we're supposed to stop. Never mind. Well, do you want to just keep going? I'll just do it at the end. Or you want me to do it now?
Well, after this one, after this one, because I got to set up the wheel again. Real quick, Cade Rule gets the decision. Next match up at 120 pounds. It's going to be Easton Warchek and Carson Kroll. But Steve, yeah, how'd the trivia shake out?
Take it away. So we had two people guess Luxembourg Casco and one guess Mineral Point. So here's kind of how it goes. It ends up being 12-11. And Mineral Point gets on the board first. They were up 5-0, right? 1980-84. They won 5 in a row. Luxembourg Casco gets on the board in 92. They tied it up. So it's 5-5. Then I think Mineral Point, or I can't remember, they went on a tear, but it ended up being, it was tied 10-10 for a while. Ends up right now, Luxembourg Casco has 12 state championships and Mineral Point has 11. So it's 12-11 in the overall category. So it's tight.
Oh, looks like Stacy Byron and State. We'll assume they're both watching.
Just say
Byron
the Hopkey family.
MP.
Mineral Point.
Yeah, Mineral Point. All right, 120. Oh, yeah, I was setting up for that. Easton Warchek here versus Carson Kroll. Got Warchek either getting a major or a tech. I need to change one of these colors next time. I can't do the double green.
Us colorblind guys are going crazy.
Oh. And Warchek just gets the major there. Blakely Bastion and Lucas Sullivan. He gave Sullivan four straight up. And I think that's a compliment to both Bastion and Sullivan, because it's hard to get points on Bastion, but if anyone can do it in bunches, it's Sullivan. 132 pounds, Caleb Delabrew versus Trapper Navsker. That's
a big match.
Here. Yeah, so this one, after doing some more research, record-wise, like, it does look close. Delabrew has a very, very solid resume. I gave him a 75% chance at a major, 25% chance at a pin. Also, Steve, we figured out it takes about 15 minutes to an hour to run through one of these duels. The time adds up and you get caught in like the rabbit hole of looking at different matches and tournaments.
Oh, you mean to set it up? I got you.
So yeah. Oh yeah, no. If we went live for 50 minutes to an hour for each
For
match,
one match. Yeah. I might fall
Elgin
asleep.
gets the major. 138 pounds, Max Ronsman versus Taryn Riley. This one could maybe be controversial. I think some people would want to throw it in the swing match category. But Taryn Riley did lose to Cradaville, who Ronsman beat 3 times over.
Sure.
And that was enough for me just to give Ronsman 3 here.
Agreed.
Then at 145 pounds, we got our first and our only swing match. Not MO. We got Tristan Theory versus Lindsay. Theory has the 60-40 advantage, and he ends it with a victory.
Okay.
So that ends the duel. Got 2 duels left. Oh, we're doing great. About 30 minutes every 2 duels here. Steve, I guess I think we're gonna have the same thoughts on this one. I'll hear your score, but I just think this is a great. It's not as much a bad matchup for Mineral Point as it is just a great matchup for Luxembourg.
Yeah, Luxembourg's hot. It's tough to win a duel when you're forfeiting, giving up 6 points. Probably would have gave up 6 anyway. But I had 33-19 to 2 really good teams. Luxembourg Casco is my team. Tim had 40-18 for Luxembourg Casco.
And it was just the way it matches up. Just like
it was tough.
Point studs, Luxembourg matches up well against them, and then with the holes, Luxembourg kind of has guys that can pick up bonus points. It's yeah, I think Mineral Point's one of those teams. So we got Marshfield versus Luxembourg in 2 weeks, Steve. But Mineral Point and Cadott, a couple of D3 team sectional qualifiers. They'll be facing off in the consolation, which we're starting the consolation round next week. Next, oh man, I'm pumped. Steve, this one is going to be a barn burner. If this thing was actually taking place, this would be the last duel going on.
Yeah.
with how many tight matches there's going to be. We got 15 seed Wausau West versus 18 seed Muskego. Muskego team state qualifiers in D1. Wausau West got caught in that regional with Marshfield, but they had a solid team all year round. They were one of our automatic qualifiers. Starting on,
I'm putting the question in. Who has more individual state champs, Wausau West or Muskego? No looking it up. Got to go on your guesses. Typed it in. Go ahead, Teague.
Oh, we got Austin Elger. I think it's Caden Heisler at 52 for Wausau. I'll just double check it here, but at Elger picking up either a decision or a major here. Looks like it's leaning toward a decision, but the wheel has surprised us at other points tonight. I'll act like Pin says decision.
Okay.
All right, got a major.
This one surprised me though, Teague. Trips to team state. I thought it was going to be Wausau West. It's actually Muskego. Muskego has 10 and Wausau West has 8.
More individual state champs, Wausau West or Muskego. All right, 160 pounds. For folks who like, if you like or hate the wheel, this is going to be the duel that makes it or breaks it for you.
Tim already hates it. Thinks it's rigged.
Got Riker Morgan versus Connor Calms. Got Calms either getting a decision or a pin here. So 20% chance at a pin. Also, Hopkins, I don't know if you were on earlier. Amory picked up the victory. They had the most lopsided win of the tournament so far over Kimberly. And that is a decision for Connor Calms. 170. What are you chuckling at over there?
Hey, I'll read a comment and I'll let the person remain nameless. But it said, I hate that it lands on the same color it started on at a 95% clip.
Look, man, that's just how the math works. Like I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it either lands on it or it doesn't. That's let's see, 170 pounds, Kinzel Napawalkie. Going back to the triple wheel here, Steve. You want to fill the airtime while I
Wait, what weight are you on, Teague?
170. We got Matt Kinzel versus Reed Napawalkie. Am I getting roasted right now?
Teague has a loaded wheel. Teague, did you get kicked out of a casino in Vegas at all for counting cards? Have you ever been to Vegas, Teague?
I have twice.
Yeah.
Once when I was under 21, and it was very underwhelming.
Nice. Did you gamble at all while you're there?
The second time I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was great. No, I hit big the first time, relatively big, my first spin. and then I almost got back to even. But I left Vegas up, and that's all you can really ask for, right?
That's right.
Hang on. I need to see what's going on in the comments here.
My wife and I went, oh man, I don't know. I'm going to say 20 years ago, maybe. And I'm checking in the hotel and she goes, oh, I'm going to go play that slot. She puts I don't know what she put in her first pull and she wins like $200 and she didn't play the rest of the time. She's like, I'm done. That's it. Good. You leave.
Go home happy after that.
Yep. You leave up.
All right, swing match here at 182. I think it's LaRue and Javit. LaRue has a 55-45 advantage. You know, I'm not rooting for a team here, but I just hope it lands on red.
Keep going.
And it lands on green again.
It's loaded.
All right, 195 pounds. Dylan Cleveland, and it's a streaky wheel. I'll say that. 195 pounds. Dylan Cleveland, Joe Behrens. Got Behrens either getting a major or a pin here.
Did you say streaking? Well, that brings it back to college too, doesn't it?
Reminds me of the movie Old School. All right, 50-50, 4 or 6. So I'm going to change decision to major.
Gosh, am I on the right match?
Ha, the color changed.
Sweet.
All right, we got a pin. That's a big pin there for Mr. Behrens, and Dominic Schneider versus Colton Gearink at 220.
Behrens is a beast, ain't he? Isn't he the guy that's like muscle on muscle? Looks like he should be in a magazine.
I mean this in the most endearing way possible. He is a meathead. Yeah, like just like it's like a refrigerator with legs, as you would say. All right, 65-35 here in favor of Gearink getting a pin versus a decision.
Lots of spinning today.
And I don't think as the matches get tighter, I don't think it's changing. But I'll get quicker at navigating this thing.
And we'll get our wheel checked out by the Gambling Association.
Steve, we're only doing one of these tonight, so I'm not going to be finagling too much. But at heavyweight, we got Emmett Bach versus Athens Summers. It's a 4-way wheel.
No way.
It's a 50-50 swing match, but it's a 20% chance for each of them to get a decision, 30% chance for each of them to get a pin.
Okay.
Let's there we go.
There it is. Sweet.
Isn't it beautiful?
That is nice.
And Bach with a big pin there.
Nice. Big.
I catch myself like announcing this like an actual duel.
Right, with the big pin. Here, I'll report so it's kind of a trick question I asked you guys. I'm gonna post the answer. Each school has 10 individual state champs. So you're all right. So nice job. Everybody gets a medal. Way to go.
£106. Kale Zielinski versus, I believe it's Ty Yang for Wausau West. Got a decision or a major, leaning towards a decision. And it stays a decision.
Yeah, I had a decision.
113 pounds, Nathan Shannon versus Chris Galang. On this one, I just gave 3 to Galang on this.
Okay.
All right, Drought versus Zhang here. I got Zhang. He's either getting a major or a decision. This one is 50-50 though. And it is a decision. So Muskego doing good in the bonus points category. I know 95 and 220, but I think against Wausau sometimes need to account for them getting pins there. 126 here, Steve. Going back, we're ended the duel. 3 of these last 4 matches are straight up swing matches. The wheel starting on the Muskego, which if you're down with the wheel algorithm, you got to be feeling good if you're Muskego. Because it started in red.
Green. It's going red, T.
By that, almost in the same spot. But much needed win there by Muskego, getting themselves back on their Derwater, sorry, versus Jacob Pease. Straight up gave 3 to Derwater. 138 pounds. Cole Reed, Gabe Galang. This one, another swing match. Not my swing match wheel. And it goes in favor of Muskego, but Steve, I think it's too little too late here. We close out with Gabe Ramos versus CJ Gerzinia.
Yep, that's 6.
This one, Ramos is either getting a pin or a major. While I'm finishing this one off, you want to talk about your assessment on the duel?
I had let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think I had 8-6. I had 31. I can't even see your final score there, Teague. 31-16 for Wausau West. Tim had a lot closer. He had 26-21 Wausau West. So not a lot of pins on Tim's. I only had 1 pin in the whole duel as well. I had a couple majors though.
All right. Ramos picks up the pin. That makes the final score 33-22. So what'd you say yours was?
31-16. Tim had 26-21.
Yeah, so a little more bonus points than I anticipated in this one, but that's kind of how things went. But it's kind of how I expected, Steve. It's a lot of close matches, but I think Wausau is favored in a lot of those close matches. And I think Muskego just would have needed I think they had to pick up 1 or 2, like 1 more swing match and save bonus points somewhere as well. But yeah, no, a great duel between these 2 teams. And last but not least, we got Fenimore at D3 state runner-ups taking on Franklin at D1 state qualifiers this year. First appearance, correct? Or second?
Who are you talking about?
Franklin?
At Team State?
Yeah.
No, that actually is my trivia question for everybody out there. Who has more trips to Team State, Franklin or Fenimore?
And while we'll announce that one after heavyweights.
Don't look. No cheating.
160 pounds. All right, going right to a swing match here. Steve, how many tournaments did you go to where Franklin was at this year? I feel like you guys became pals.
Yeah,
year.
well, I wrestled at Whitewater he was a heavyweight at Whitewater. So Nick coaches over there, and so he's a character. But let's see, I think just one T. But
Just
they chatted us a lot on they were always messaging us.
that's right. Good folk down there.
Yeah,
in
good
Franklin.
peeps. Still waiting for my Franklin shirt, by the way.
Right. 4, 6.
And every time I met Sabrino, I guess I just inadvertently put his name together and called him Sabrino. And that name stuck.
Franklin picks up the swing match there. All right, 182 pounds. Got Rivard versus Wolf. Rivard, he's getting a decision or a major. Got that 50-50 either way.
Sabrino. Let's see.
Sabricino in itself is on the all-name team, but Sabrino is just
It's a combo. And he I saw his dad somewhere, and he said he's going to wrestle at a college, and I cannot remember where it was. I think it's Division II in Iowa, if I remember right, or Minnesota. But he decided after he wasn't going to, and then he decided after state was done, he wanted to advance his career. It's good for him.
that's what we like to hear.
Sabrino, that is. Matt's asking about some podcast gear merch. We're still working on that. We thought we had something in place, but we're kind of still falling through. So we just got to get on that. I'm going to get on it.
At 195, Talon Summers picks up a victory. That would be a decision victory. 220, Winkers picks up 6. And then at heavyweight, Steve, your boy, Steven Martinez Delicatera, taking
He's
on
awesome.
Evan Gratz.
Yeah, you got to talk to that boy. He's a good man. He's a lot of fun.
60-40 in favor of Delicatera.
Teague, your volume is low. Crank it up a little bit.
My volume is low.
Yep.
Sorry, I might be talking away from the mic here. I'm kind of looking at my phone as well. That's where I have all the matchups on.
Your
Gratz
biggest
wins
critics riding you tonight, man. Hey, are we at heavyweight yet? I can't quite tell.
We are at heavyweight. It's a 15-9 Fenimore right now. Evan Gratz just picked up a victory. Steve, while I'm setting up 106, we'll head back to you for trivia.
Here it is. I'm posting it. Surprised to actually Matt got it right. Franklin team trips. Franklin has 11. Fenimore has 7. So 7 trips. So yeah. Good times. And the individual champs is close too. Franklin has 4. Fenimore has 7. So it's tight.
I guess we should have known by Jim Hauerwas talking about Franklin being like a perennial contender to make. Yeah, that was an insult by me saying they made it once or twice.
Yeah, no, that's right. Franklin, they haven't had the results they wanted when they got down there. A lot of 0-1 trips, but they're doing some good stuff. They're a team on the rise and coming out of that. What is that southeast part of the state? I think they're looking to take that next step over the next couple of years.
And then Steve, we're actually closing out here with so Brecken Minch is going to pick up a decision. Brett Birchman gets a pin. Sabrino picks up a major. 138 pounds. Tristan Stelt is getting 6 there, and then Caden Hahn closes out with a major. Final score 46-13.
Gosh, I had a lot tighter, Teague. I had because I had Steven winning at heavyweight. I gave him 3. I'm trying to think of differences. I was screwing around too much. I had a tech fall for Sabrino. I did have Fenimore winning, but I had a 26-24. And Tim was way with you. He had 47-13 Fenimore.
Wow, you made it a close one there, Steve.
I did. Well, when I was clicking through, I was like, oh man, this is tight. Yep. Maybe my love for Fenimore might have swayed my heart a little bit. Who knows?
Your love for Fenimore.
I'm sorry, my love for Franklin. I said.
I was gonna say I might clip that one. I might
I
put
get
that one.
I get my F's confused sometimes.
And then, folks, if you want to stick on here, I'm just there's one more wheel that I forgot to enter here, but it's a real quick one to make. We're gonna spin the wheel for the weight class next time around. Well, that's what we got for, and I know we're doing it for the next championship round. I don't know if we're doing it for 1 or 2 consolation rounds. I'll figure that out. But
Teague setting that up. We are starting sectional previews are starting in 2 weeks, Teague, right?
Starting in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We're gonna start recording, releasing them, starting with D1 sectional A. Always start
Fall is in the
Northwest.
air. You know, I remember when Teague and I first started doing these, and we just met, right? And I still remember when we started doing sectional previews. And I remember that first night that there was like, you could tell fall was setting in. And so now I don't know, it just gets me excited that we're doing those. Those are one of my favorite things to do.
And for the most part, we're doing it after a Packer victory too. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, here we go, Steve. Let's if this lands on 120, I'm ending this. What's
I'm calling it right now. If it ends on 120, we are respinning.
We're
but then we'll be here all night because it's going to stay on 120.
Are we starting at 152? I mean,
spin it again. We got to do it. Come on, we can't start there again.
I'm getting motion sickness watching.
There we go. 138
right, and 138 pounds. So starting at 138, Steve, you want to write that down real quick, please?
Yep, I got it's in my mind. It's like a trap up here. Mine like a trap.
Starting at 138, so switching things up. I like your executive decision, but folks, thanks for tuning in again tonight. Got up to 15 viewers tonight, so more people hopping in on the Ultimate Team State bandwagon. And yeah, no, tell your friends about it. If you got a team that you're supporting or you're coaching or whatever, not, you know, share this an hour before when we put out the link. I like having the conversations that we have on here. We're doing the first consolation round.
The ripping on Teague is kind of fun too. So I'm really enjoying that part.
That's you know, I can take it. You just got to be able to dish it as well. You got to dish as well as you can take, or vice versa, I guess.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about the matchups on social media or something. But yeah, folks, once again, thank you for tuning in. 2 weeks. Oh, hopefully you're preparing for your match with Coy, Teague. That's right. We made a bet on how long it could last in a match with Coy.
I think what we should do, Teague, we should really set up, but it's for real. And here's how it goes. Coy's arms are tied behind his back and he's blindfolded.
he'd still find a way to win.
Well, you could last for a while because you could just run around until, you know, 2 minutes are up.
I'll make some type of deal if for me and Coy having a match. Tim Spray has to start on his back. You know, we're gonna end there. I think that was perfect. Oh man, good stuff. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Whether it be podcasting or YouTube, we will catch you on the flip side. That was